Well, good evening, everyone. Gregory Muscari here up in Bozeman, Montana, and very excited to share the light with you and welcome you to our Power the Patch presentation. I've been with Lifeway for 7 years. I've been involved in the alternative health industry for over 30 years, and I've never seen anything like this breakthrough patented technology, this wearable light technology that Lifeway has here to offer, and we're very excited to share it with you here tonight. So let's just get the show on the road. And first of all, I think we can all agree that health is our greatest wealth. And if you've ever been at risk of losing it or have a dear loved one that has, you know what I mean. And the second thing I think we can all acknowledge is the symptoms of aging and disease are just not fun, no matter what your age is, whether it's dental issues, brain fog, function, joint and muscle, or those fine lines and wrinkles, or maybe it's even worse, cardiovascular, who knows? Well, I remember when I could work all day and party all night and get up the next day and do it again. As the old song goes, those were the days, my friend. We thought they'd never end. But as you move on beyond your 20s and 30s into your 40s, 50s, and beyond, things kind of change a little bit, don't they? And that's because the older you get, the faster you age and the slower you heal due to a natural decline in our body's number one repair system, stem cells. In fact, by age 30, they've decreased by about 50%. And by age 60, only a small percentage remains active. So I finally figured out what I want to be when I get older. I want to be younger. It's not the number of candles on the cake. Age is a feeling, not a number. So I have two personal questions for you. If you could change one thing in your health, or maybe in the health of someone you love and care for, what would it be? And what impact would reducing or eliminating that issue have on you or their quality of life? And with that said, I just want to give a general disclaimer. Our wellness products are not designed or intended to heal, treat, cure, or diagnose any disease. They do, however, bring our bodies back into a more healthy, regenerative mode, and many times wonderful things then begin to happen. So if I can show you a safe and affordable way to change the trajectory of your aging so you could look, feel, and live younger longer, would you be interested? And usually it's a resounding yes. So we have good news because tonight we're going to talk to you about X39, which is a wearable light technology. It's a historic breakthrough in holistic wellness, a new patented, inexpensive wearable patch, affordable, safe, non-invasive, drug-free, and a unique form of phototherapy, which uses very specific frequencies of light to increase and improve your health and wellness while supporting our body's natural innate ability to heal itself. So let me play just a short little video that kind of set the stage for tonight.
An empowered life has no expiration date. We're all created to do incredible things, like conquer summits, catch big waves, and live our passions. As time goes on, our bodies begin to show signs that things just aren't as they used to be. Our energy levels decline, sleep patterns shift, and recovery slows. But our bodies are masterpieces of design, holding the potential to bounce back better than ever. With X39, we achieved something remarkable in the field of wellness and regenerative science that others could not. By utilizing LifeWave's unique patented technology, X39 uses light to elevate GHKCU, a copper peptide known to support overall health and wellness. Unlike traditional light therapy, which requires external light sources, X39 uses the body's own infrared light to naturally increase vitality, enhancing the body's flow of natural energy for improvements in strength, stamina, performance, and overall health and well-being, with the simplicity of an affordable, non-invasive, non-transdermal patch. As we age, levels of these life-enhancing elements, which are associated with wellness and longevity, begin to decline. LifeWave invested 10 years into stem cell research, which resulted in over 70 patents. X39 was born to bring to the public a product that can support wellness in an entirely new way. supporting the production of younger, healthier cells with wearable light technology. Becoming a powerhouse is easier than you think. Harness your body's natural potential to maintain youthful energy and vitality, because life comes at you fast, but it doesn't have to pass you by. Live long, live well, live young. Be the light with LifeWave X39. LifeWave.
Wow. Be the light. So let me move past this and let me see if I can explain it maybe a little bit more in layman's terms how this breakthrough technology works. We call it the power of the patch. And it's based on the science of photobiomodulation. That's kind of a mouthful, but LifeWave patches contain very specific combinations of organic materials and nanocrystals. And when they are applied or near our body, they're activated by our infrared body heat or the light emanating from our body. And then they begin to re emit very specific wavelengths of light that stimulate targeted and beneficial biochemical responses within our body. And this is the very foundational scientific principle of our LifeWave phototherapy patches. This is LifeWave's genius visionary founder and CEO, David Schmidt. And he's not only a brilliant scientist and researcher, David's literally a genius inventor with over 200 patents and counting. He's been on the leading edge of phototherapy research and science for over 24 years, and he's already conducted over 90 clinical studies proving the efficacy of our LifeWave phototherapy products. And you know what? Many more studies are always in the works because LifeWave is a very focused scientific research and development company. So I want to play a short little video about our founder and inventor and CEO, David Schmidt.
In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. There is more information there than most people would ever realize. I was 8 years old, and my parents wanted to take me to the workshop of Thomas Edison. On the drive back home, I said to my dad, I want to be an inventor. Light, as it turns out, is the primary control mechanism for everything else that happens in the body. What if we could have an external electromagnetic field that would essentially reset the stem cells that are already in our bodies and get them to function like younger, healthier cells? What if in the process we actually found out that in a book that was written thousands of years ago, that information already existed? God has left his fingerprint in natural design, and that blueprint shows up in nature. The mathematical codes are identical. The implications to this are absolutely extraordinary. What drives me is that there's this enormous sense of hope that we can create technology to generate clean energy, that we can have foods that aren't genetically modified, and we can meet all of the needs on the planet that we have to, and that we can heal people.
Wow. That's our founder and CEO, David Schmidt. So let me talk a little bit about LifeWave, a pioneer in life sciences technologies. The company was started back in, let me rephrase that. Back in 2000, this amazing life-enhancing technology was originally developed by David Schmidt to be used exclusively by U.S. Navy SEALs to increase their battle-ready strength, stamina, and performance without the use of drugs, stimulants, or caffeine. In 2004, David founded LifeWave to bring this amazing technology to the masses. In 2010, they set up international distribution and manufacturing in Ireland, and they now distribute to over 80 countries from 16 global distribution centers. And in 2024, about a year ago, we set up our new global headquarters in Draper, Utah, which has a state-of-the-art space age welcome center that I'm going to touch on in just a few minutes to give you more insight in that. So our focus for the last 15 years has been in anti-aging and regenerative science, and we launched to the world market the LifeWave X39 in 2019, and some are calling it the holy grail of health healing, and regeneration. Truly a historic and affordable breakthrough in wellness technology. We're actually doing what the multi-billion-dollar companies, big pharma, have not been able to do, and that is when used in conjunction with proper nutrition and hydration. Got to have some raw materials there. You got to have your body properly hydrated. But X39 has been proven to activate a very specific copper peptide that supports and enhances stem cell activity in our body and also alters gene expression towards a younger and more vibrant you. So, yes, we have patents. Yes, we have clinical studies. Yes, we have field results proving that X39 is actually turning back your biological clock, helping people of all ages to look, feel, perform, and live younger longer. And these are just some of the benefits you can look to experience when you start using X39. And the first is energy. And certainly, energy is a currency of life. And using X39 daily leads to an increase in cellular energy and better sleep. Almost everybody that tries X39 the next day says, "Oh my God, I had one of the best nights of sleep ever." A regular and consistent improvement in the quality of sleep. How about sports performance? Using X39 improves both sports performance as well as recovery after exercise. And in fact, that's why LifeWave patches are now used by pro and amateur athletes around the world in almost every sport. The media has begun to notice, and you know what? You might too, if you look very careful at some of your favorite athletes and Olympians, and you see these auspicious little white patches on their body. That is LifeWave. So, pain relief. Most people notice a reduction of pain within minutes of application. So, the pain relieving benefits of X39 just need to be experienced to be believed. And brain function. Many report improved memory, focus, and concentration. We have clinical studies validating that. And how about wound healing? X39 actually helps support our body's natural wound healing process. And many report, major reductions in healing for minor owies and minor and major surgical procedures. How about wrinkle reduction? Now, I'm sorry, it doesn't work as fast as pain reduction. You have to be a little bit more patient. And we encourage people to take pictures when they start with X39 because this is typically very noticeable over an 8 to 12 week period. And you'll start seeing a reduction of some of those fine lines and wrinkles. And along with that, you'll also see a reduction in scars. And this is a phenomenon called remodeling, where the X39 gets in there and helps reduce the appearance of scars. And this is just an example of some of the benefits, people experience after only 4 months. A lady up in the corner looks like her daughter now. And Kamei down in the bottom left, only 9 months. She looks like she took 9 years off her age. You can see the results some of the people are having here. The guy in the right-hand corner, he fell through the roof and broke 6 ribs and punctured his lung. Yeah, it was painful. Doctor said he'd be out of work for 6 weeks. He went back to work in 3 weeks, and look how rapid he was healing. Look at the reduction of the swelling and the inflammation and the bruising in only 13 days. And this is amazing. This lady, Karen, actually had some radiation treatment on her face on June 6th. And June 10th, she wasn't looking so good. June 17th, it was starting to heal up. June 23rd, significant healing. But ladies and gentlemen, you're going to be blown away. On June 30th, you can't tell the procedure. 24 days later, you can't tell the procedure even occurred. So, hair growth is another one. We have lots of anecdotal reports of many people experiencing an increase in the quality and quantity and speed of hair growth. And sometimes even the color may be turning back the way it used to be. So, bottom line, the result is a better, healthier, more vital you to spend quality time with your partner, with your family, and your kids and grandkids. Again, aging is not the number of candles on the cake; it's a feeling. Okay, and you can just live younger, longer with LifeWave. So I'm just going to play a short little video, about a minute and a half, of some testimonials of the experience people are having with the X39.
X39 has really changed my life. I'm not stuck at home in pain in bed. I'm out here with my friends and enjoying my family.
big thank you to Lifeway for helping me, helping my family, and helping the 100 people now in our team who are using Lifeway daily and their families. Big, big thank you. Love the products.
And I have energy through the roof.
I sleep better. I have so much more energy.
Throughout the day, I can focus better. I can concentrate in my work.
Our church worship service lasts 45 minutes. For the last 2 years, I've not been able to stand that long. 2.5 weeks into wearing the X39 patch, the pastor said, "You can now be seated." It dawned on me at that moment that, my goodness, I've been standing this whole time, didn't realize it.
After starting using the technology for approximately 2 weeks, my pain completely disappeared.
32 years of pain gone in 3 days.
I just love the products. They just help me to feel younger and younger year after year.
Thank God for X39.
My skin become younger, softer, firmer.
It's been really, really, really amazing.
I love X39 because it really helped reduce the inflammation in my knee. I can now run again. Woohoo!
Woohoo! And we have hundreds of thousands just like that. So it's not just what people are saying. I'm happy to discuss what doctors are saying. We have doctors and health practitioners all around the country, all around the world, effectively using the LifeWave technology, our light technology patches in their practice with their patients and getting amazing results. And I'm very excited to tell you we have a couple of them on the line here with us. And the first one I'm going to introduce is Michelle Niels. And Michelle, she's from Fort Collins, Colorado, she's a reformed RN nurse. She's turned holistic massage therapist, energy healer. She now incorporates the LifeWave technology and the patches in all of her practice. And she's going to introduce one of our favorite naturopaths, PhDs, that's on the line with us also. So I'm going to stop my share. I'm going to stop my screen and turn it over to you, Michelle. Thank you.
Thank you, Gregory. Are we blessed or what? I am just so proud and happy to be a part of LifeWave. It's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Shauna Young. Dr. Shauna is a naturopathic doctor and a PhD who's been in practice for over 25 years. Because of her reputation as a health detective, she has seen thousands of people from every U.S. state and even several foreign countries. She has appeared on numerous radio and TV shows and has been a sought-after speaker on a wide variety of health topics. She's the author of 2 books, If Naturopaths Are Quacks, I Guess I'm a Duck, and Erasing Autism, the Spectrum Balance Protocol. Dr. Shauna lives in Montana and does her work remotely now with telemedicine, as well as sharing LifeWave. So it's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Shauna Young. Hello, Dr. Shauna.
Hi, Michelle. Hi, Greg.
Love your hair, dear.
Thank you. Got out of the salon.
Just got out of the salon. So always fun to talk to you, Dr. Shauna, and it was a pleasure to meet you many, many years ago at the first conference we both attended in Vegas.
Yeah.
So I would like to start by asking, how did you first learn about LifeWave, and what was your initial experience with the X39?
Well, the LifeWave products appealed to me right away anyway, because, as a naturopath, you're working with all natural things. And so, a lot of people, they take it very seriously, but I actually have do no harm engraved in my ring. It's for me, anything that I can use that is going to affect a change in a person's body, and there's no chance of me harming that person, I'm going to look at it. Immediately. My sponsor, Judy Janet, came in. I trust her. She said, you need to take a look at this. I did. I love the idea of the technology, of course, and this is not new. People think, ooh, photobiomodulation, right? Ooh, Well, actually, a Danish doctor won a Nobel Prize with it in 1922. So this is not a new thing. And, photobiomodulation, the trees and the plants in the world are very familiar with it as well, since, that's how they work. So I was very interested in the process anyway, but I had a really interesting experiences with them because I'm very electrically sensitive. Like it doesn't nothing like EMFs, things like that. They don't like bother me, but I know they're there. I can kind of feel them.
Yeah. Hmm.
So I get to the office and hand me this little patch. Oh, we got the X39s in. I'm like, okay. So I'm looking at it and I said, all right, what do we got here? Because it looks like a bandage, it doesn't. And
Uh-huh.
then as soon as it got near my skin, it turned on.
Hmm.
And I was like, whoa, I don't know what this thing does, but it just turned on. So we're going to find out. And, because they heat activate very quickly.
Hmm.
A lot of they don't actually even have to touch your skin. A lot of people wonder about that. My
Hmm.
dog even wears them and, obviously doesn't touch her skin, but they heat activate because of the photobiomodulation. But for me, anything that you can do that's not going to do any harm and has the potential for doing as much good as the X39, I was in.
You were in.
Yeah.
Um, so you basically answered how this fits into your holistic
Mhm.
paradigm. That was one of my questions, but you just said do no harm. This is one of the only things that you use, you said in your practice. I mean, vitamins, herbs, there's always a potential, right? And once it's in
Always.
the body, you have to wait till it gets out. But the patch, if someone does have some type of negative response, they just take it off, right?
Yeah.
And the
I
signal
mean,
stops. And
yeah, just
yeah,
stop, turn the
right.
switch off. Yeah.
Turns right.
Because sometimes with people, like a lot of people know they're sensitive to certain things. Like I know that I'm pretty sensitive to niacin. If I take it, I get that heat thing. People know that they're sensitive to things or they're allergic to peanuts or whatever it is. But sometimes I had a kid that was experiencing allergies from the writing that was on the capsule.
Mm-hmm.
It
Yeah.
wasn't even what was in the capsule. It was the titanium dioxide that they were using to write on the capsules.
Yeah.
So anytime you are taking anything at all, other than your food, than whole foods, you're taking a risk because you have to put something in the bottle in order for it to come down the chute and get into the bottle, and then it
Hmm.
has to be shelf stable. So you're
Hmm.
always doing that. With LifeWave patches, I've found that I can cut down enormously on the amount of supplements and like pills and those kinds of things that I need to do with people, which of course then reduces their risk of any kind of harm occurring and gives them, exponential type of healing that we're experiencing, with the patches.
Beautiful. Um, we hear about stem cells, and that was part of Gregory's presentation, and that we lose our stem cells as we age, right? You and I, at our age, supposedly have lost like 90%, although we're
Right.
using patches, so that's not true. But is this technology only for older adults who have lost most of their stem cells? What about young people?
Yeah, boy, do I get asked that question a lot. Whoa.
Hmm.
I have so many people, they're like, oh, well, I'm only 30, I don't need this.
Hmm.
And number one, I mean, who doesn't need, because this is not like an anti-aging formula. You hear a lot of things, skincare and whatever, or there's a lot of anti-aging formulas. And this is not an anti-aging, this is a de-aging.
Reversing aging. Yes, exactly.
So
Hmm.
first of all, but I saw a really alarming statistic. As you said, I'm in Montana now, and Montana has an astonishingly low rate of unemployment. And they were talking about there's actually sometimes a year, there's actually like 1.67 jobs for each person or something like that.
Hmm.
And yet we still have unemployment. So they were interviewing these people. And they were interviewing people between 18 and 55 years old, because that's considered the working age, right?
Hmm.
And a large majority of them, something like 30% of them or something, were saying that they were on unemployment because they were physically incapable of working a job, that they had some kind of chronic illness or pain or something, that was keeping them from being able to be gainfully employed. And when you look
Wow.
at that, the X30 stem cells aren't just for old people. You know,
Mhm.
there are so many people that are struggling with so many things. Now, admittedly, I might see more of it than most people simply because I do specialize in mysteries, you know.
Right. Hmm.
And so
Yep.
I probably see maybe more of it than some doctors, but we all see it. Every health practitioner sees it. There are the people are getting younger and sicker. You know,
Yes, yes.
this is not like an illness that hits an old person anymore or anything like that. There are so many young people walking around with these problems. And when we're living in a world of environmental toxins that we live in, the literal environmental toxic soup, that so many of us live in, it's only smart to shield yourself against that as much as humanly possible. And,
Yes.
and
the
just
patch does that, doesn't
get
it?
the walls up.
Absolutely. Beautiful. Last question, Dr. Shauna. How can someone get the most benefit from the patches? Give us just a couple basic how-tos.
Sure.
How long do you wear it? Water, diet?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked that because I want people to understand that as wonderful as these are, you still have to help them. You can't, have a fast food burger in one hand and a cigarette in the other and go, gosh, these patches just aren't working for me. That's not the way that works. You need proper hydration. You need to help yourself along, with your own, food and eating, things that are more natural and trying your best to avoid environmental toxins. We can't avoid it. I mean, I live up here in beautiful Montana. They're still there and they're still everywhere because they're in our food, they're in the water, they're in the air. So you have to help yourself as best as you can. Hydration is one of the main things. And hydration doesn't mean that you have to drown yourself. You don't have to become a goldfish in order to be hydrated. And what I tell people to do a lot is think of yourself as a drip line instead of a sprinkler. Because, you come out and you turn the sprinklers on really hard for 15 minutes and you get all this water and then you turn them off and it kind of soaks in, where drip lines just are kind of constantly dripping, hence the name. But your people are better off really to just sip water on a regular basis as opposed to thinking, oh my gosh, I haven't had enough to drink today. I need to down this 12-ounce bottle of water, because that doesn't work either.
Water and good nutrition. Yes.
How can you expect anything to work?
Yes.
One of my Facebook friends posted a funny post, and she said, I want the key to health. I want to detox everything, toxins and parasites off of my body, but I don't want to make any changes to my diet, exercise, or, do or take anything. And it's like, that's so much what it is, where people, they kind of think that it would be a magic wand, and it's not. It's marvelous. I mean, it's as close to that as I've ever seen, but it's still not a magic wand, and
we do our part. We do our part. And the patches are fantastic when we just do those few things. Yes. Thank you, Dr. Shauna. Really appreciate your time and your contribution to our community. And back over to you, Gregory.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas. Yes.
Yeah, that's right. Time to share the light at Christmas. Thank you.
Share the light.
Shauna. Thank you, Michelle. And I'm excited to tell you, since the launch of X39, LifeWave's sales have just absolutely gone through the roof. So I'm going to share with you what's happened to our company in the last 6-7 years since the launch of X39. Our sales have increased about 3,000% since the launch of X39 in 2019. We're now the #1 growth company in network marketing and a true rising star in the $8 trillion longevity and wellness market. So this is our global headquarters, and I'm going to just give you a cute little sneak preview of our welcome center there. And if you get into the Salt Lake area, we can arrange for you to get a tour of our welcome center. We spent millions of dollars to create that, just to showcase that LifeWave really is a leading edge, future thinking company. So enjoy this short little video.
I've lived a long life. I've done a lot of things, but I've never been an intern.
I'm the founder, sure, but I'm also an inventor. My latest experiment? Hire William Shatner. But as an intern. No way I can afford that guy full-time.
Hi, I'm Alicia. I'm going to be your trainer for today.
Hi, Alicia. Hi, Alicia.
William Shatner?
Yeah, well, you can call me Bill. Or Inter. Sorry to interrupt.
No, That's just fine. Today I'm going to be taking you on a tour of our Welcome Center.
I hear they have something like a captain's bridge in the Welcome Center. Feels like you're traveling through space.
We have an award-winning production designer
This I gotta see.
for decades. And hey, Bill, Bill.
No, please, no sci-fi today. I'm just here as an intern, that's it. I just beamed in. Yeah, I know that look. I get that look whenever I sneak around, and you're sneaking. Go away. I'm busy. Jackpot. You didn't see a thing. Oh. People gotta see this.
Bill! Who let you in here?
He let me in here.
Bill? Captain?
Oh, you gotta get out here. The old intern who looks an awful lot like me, he's messing things up.
But wait, aren't
Yeah,
you...
yeah, it's a sci-fi thing. Come on.
Oh, excuse me. David, was that? Is that in budget?
Oh!
There you are. Come on. Back to the group.
People gotta see this.
I know. It's a part of the tour.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are you ready for me? Doug. Bill? Doug. Bill. Doug. Bill. For goodness.
Do you know Doug?
Do I know Doug? Star Trek designer on props and sets and the spaceships and this?
Came out beautifully, huh?
Oh, Doug is...
Hey, Bill.
Oh.
One of your clones said you're causing trouble.
You're taking the word of a clone?
Personally, I always go with the original.
That's a good idea.
I have a question. Are you really going to be an intern here?
Yeah. Why not? But first, I gotta tell you about the Welcome Center here at the LifeWave offices.
Okay, this is a commercial.
No,
Got it.
No. It's a kinda soft sell. No, just a simple suggestion, really. You absolutely have to get back to the person who shared this video with you. I had a great time exploring the LifeWave Welcome Center, experiencing their amazing life-changing technology, and learning about the opportunities surrounding one of the fastest-growing companies on the planet. And you will too. So check them out, and just tell them Bill sent you. The real Bill, not that sci-fi clone.
Bill, we're waiting.
Oh. Okay. Hey, duty calls. Back to interning. Bye-bye.
Oh my gosh. He's not the only celebrity that's using our products, professional athletes, movie stars, and Captain Kirk. Yeah, it's true. That's a cool video. So let's just talk about the Lifeway business opportunity. It's a great plan B in the gig economy because you know what? We need help getting the word out on these patented, exclusive breakthrough products which have no competition. We have a very simple, duplicatable success system. We have free websites, training and support, a very low cost of entry, and the satisfaction of being rewarded for making a difference in people's lives and health. So, there's also a very generous pay plan that pays out approximately 50% of all sales goes to brand partners as opposed to Wall Street or Madison Avenue. LifeWave strategically chose network marketing or direct sales, people-to-people marketing, as opposed to mainstream media or the pharmaceutical approach, because these products really need to be sold hand to hand, kind of person to person. So there are three ways to get started with X39 with LifeWave. First is becoming a retail customer, and a 1 month supply of X39, 30 individual patches will last 30 days. Cost $149.95. That's like a latte a day to turn back the hands of time. Now, there's a better way of getting started where you can save 33%, actually get a $50 discount on a 1 month supply. And you just, enroll with our auto ship subscription program. No long-term commitment required. You can quit at any time and you enjoy the benefit of a risk-free 90-day first order guarantee. So you can try the products in the benefit of your own body and see what they will do for you. Now, the best way to get started is as a brand partner. And as a brand partner, you can get paid for sharing. You can earn a part-time or full-time income, a generous personal and team reward program, and get paid weekly. We have 4 brand partner starter kits available to choose from, and they all come with a risk-free first order 30-day money back guarantee. And these are the 4 packages: the core, advanced, advanced plus, and premium. The bigger the package, the better discount you get below wholesale. So you can actually buy our products as an introductory price to get started at below wholesale. So get back with the person that invited you and they can explain the different kits to you, help you
Massage
make the
is
choice that's best for you. And with that being said, I just want to play one little short video, just kind of emphasizing the right time, right product, right company. And so enjoy this last little video here.
A life empowered is closer than you think. We're all looking for a better way. Reimagine what's next with a new sense of exuberance. Why not power on like you mean it? Or power off blissfully? A better sleep is a better awake.
I don't know if
You've never moved like this
but
before.
I was trying to keep
With the energy nature intended. Imagine reprogramming the way you look at the speed of science. At longevity. At exhilaration. It's next level rejuvenation. Take control of your well-being from the inside out and outside in. The light within is ready to ignite. Be the light. LifeWave.
Well, be the light with LifeWave. So I just want to share in conclusion for my wife, Robin, and I, finding LifeWave has just been an answer to a prayer. And we're very excited because every day we hear miracle stories. Every day we're enhancing and changing lives. And every day we and thousands of others all around the world are enjoying the blessings of health, vitality, lifestyle, community, and financial freedom. So be the light with LifeWave. I encourage you to get back with the person that invited you here today. They cared enough to share this with you. Get your questions answered and choose the X39 wholesale starter kit that's right for you and get started today. So God bless you all. Thanks very much. And with that, this officially ends our presentation today. Thank you. Bye-bye.